Hey, y'all. Yeah. Y'all, I am not going to let this case go. If I had to talk about the same thing all the time, I'm not going to let this case go. And y'all shouldn't let this case go. Now, what is this message is giving y'all and telling y'all about two young men, two black young men on top of Bell Mountain where they don't belong at sundown? What kind of message are y'all getting from that? That they are found underlined. Okay. Listen to this and then we're going to talk about this.
Tonight, a murder-suicide investigation in Georgia, leaving a distraught family with more questions than answers.
We want to know exactly what happened to the twins.
Police say twin brothers Qaadir and Naazir were found dead by hikers on a Georgia mountain earlier this month. The brothers, weeks away from their 20th birthday, each found with gunshot wounds, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which says their preliminary investigation reveals the deaths to be a murder-suicide.
We knew right away that wasn't true.
But their relatives rejecting that characterization by police, saying the boys were close and had no history of conflict.
They're very protective of each other. I couldn't imagine them hurting each other because I never even seen them get into a fist fight before.
Relatives saying the twins had tickets for a 7 a.m. flight on March 7th from Lawrenceville, Georgia to Boston, where they were set to meet friends. But on March 8th, their bodies were found at the summit of Bell Mountain, 90 miles away from their home and in an area their relatives believe they had never visited.
How they end out in the mountains, they don't hike out there. They never even been out there. They don't know nothing about Hiwassee, Georgia. They never even heard of Bell Mountains. So how did they end up right there?
Over the weekend, authorities saying autopsies have been completed on the pair, but a medical examiner ruling had not been released because further forensic testing was needed. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations has not disclosed if a gun was found at the scene or how the twins got to the mountain, telling NBC News the investigation is active and ongoing. NBC reached out to family members for more information, but did not hear back.
They had a huge support system. Like, we know them, but they wouldn't do anything like this. Something happened in those mountains, and we want answers.
Priya Sridhar, NBC News.
Now, y'all just heard all of that, right? What are y'all thinking about that? Huh? Now, after all of that, found two black brothers on top of the mountain. Unalive, sundown, at 11 o'clock a.m. That's when the body was found. Ain't making no sense. Now, after they found the body at the top of the mountain, this is this article right here. According to the reports, a firefighter was fired on March the 14th after he allegedly violated department protocol. Town County Commissioner Cliff Browsher told 11 Alive Kirtland has been charged directly in the death of the brothers. But he was hit with a misdemeanor obstruction, which ain't nothing, for allegedly snapping up photo of the twins' dead bodies and leaking them to the public, according to the GPI. And they don't see nothing suspicious about that. No, there ain't nothing suspicious about that. That's a warning to y'all. Allegedly. That's a warning. That's what you do. You're supposed to take the picture and let everybody send the picture out and tell them that we run this mountain up here. This pictures was sent to a high school. How did the picture get from a grown man phone to the high school? Y'all figure that out. Now I want to share with y'all information of how far and how long did it take the boys to drive up to Bell Mountain, to a mountain that they had never been before. Now, it take them 2 hours and 8 minutes, y'all, to get there from Lawrenceville to Bell Mountain. Now, it's some suspicious. This is suspicious to me because everything is quiet about this here. Everything is quiet about this case. I can understand the family doing the investigation, but the news don't never stop, do they? The news continue, right? They come up with some news. We want answers. Okay, y'all, I want to share an article with y'all from the family. I want to give my condolences to the family. And I continue to stay on this investigation because what they're going to do is fix it where it's going to be an ongoing investigation. We're supposed to be looking for the autopsy, final autopsy, and it ain't came in yet. Something ain't right with it. But this is one of the sisters, beautiful. This is the aunt. We want to thank everyone that donated to make this day possible. Today, the twins, Qaadir and Naazir Lewis, are in their resting place. We are grieving at this time, but there are so many unanswered questions about this whole situation, and we will not rest until we find out what happened to the twins. We will have it investigated to find out the truth. Our family will continue to campaign on GoFundMe to get resources to get justice for the twins. So they do have a campaign, GoFundMe, y'all, for lawyers, for anything they need to figure this case out. Please be aware of fraud GoFundMe accounts. And we want to thank you for reporting those accounts. It's only one account, and it's organized by me, YASMINE Browner, with the support of Sabria and Samira Browners. They twins. Any other account is considered fraudulent. Our trust link to our GoFundMe is right there. Now you remember that the father, alleged father, and the uncle put out a GoFundMe. It is telling y'all that it's not but one account out there. It's only theirs. So what is that saying to y'all? Their account is fraudulent. And here goes the father, alleged father right here with the uncle. The uncle said that the father right here, the one raised those boys. That means that they put out a GoFundMe right there. You see it with your eyes. But that means that their account is fraudulent. Because that's what the sister auntie said. Because there only one account out there, but there's two out there. Y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Who worked for who? What's going on? What y'all think about this? What y'all think about this? And let's not put the focus on the GoFundMe. Let's put the focus on those boys on that mountain. And here you go, got Qaadir. Qaadir, I think he has deleted this information. But I got the information. And I made sure I did a report on it. Now, this is what Qaadir Alcorn said March 16. He said a mystery is unfolding in Bell Mountain in Town County, Georgia, after the bodies of the twin brothers from Lawrenceville was discovered nearly 90 miles from home. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is initially treating the case as an suicide. But the victim family is pushing back, saying that explanation doesn't add up. Now, Qaadir and Naazir is 19, was found shot dead Saturday morning by hikers at the summit of Bell Mountain near the North Carolina border. Now, look, y'all. The family said the brothers had booked a flight to Boston for 7 a.m. last Friday, but never made it, never made their flight. Just 24 hours later, they was found dead in an area the family said they had never visited before. Okay, y'all. The family said that the brothers' plane tickets was found in their wallets on the mountain, in the car. Today, I got a couple more questions answered for the family, Cody said. Number one, was their car found at Bell Mountain? Yes. Number two, last time they were actually seen, stepmom originally said Saturday at 3 o'clock a.m. What? Saturday at 3 o'clock a.m. Investigators said 3 a.m. as well. Then investigator changed it to Friday at 11 p.m. He stated that he convert the time. Y'all, 3 o'clock a.m. What if they was if okay, they left the house at 3 o'clock a.m. Saturday morning, they already missed their flight. 3 o'clock a.m. They missed their flight on that Friday. The flight's supposed to be, they supposed to be gone on that Friday morning. So if they just left the house at 3 a.m., they missed their flight. Still questions. Where were they on Friday? It's going to always be my question. Now, GB, okay, the investigator changed it to 11 p.m. He stated that he converted the time. Now, 11 p.m., that means that the boys still missed their flight that morning, right? If they left at 11 p.m., so they went partying, what they go do that night? Did they go party with their friends and everything? Because their high school is deal with racism. So let's not ignore the fact of that. They already graduated, but they still be, they high school buddies, still be hooking up together, right? Okay. Sometimes people don't forget what's going on in high school. I don't know. But if for them to be out there at that mountain, y'all, something ain't right. And now you have the twins that did an interview with News Nation, which news is not out public, okay? But listen to this. We're going to keep this awareness out there.
Every day. It was my brother. He called me. I remember like around 11 p.m. He called me and he said, Samira, I have something to tell you. And I was like, well, like what was going on? You know, he said the twins have been found on top of the mountains, and you know, I was like, no, what? I can't process. It took me almost like 10 minutes to process. I'm like, no, not the twins. And we supposed, and that's when and he found out by the stepmother, who is the my brother and I, we all went down to my sister job, who is the biological mother of the twins, and that's when she pretty much told her and laid the news to everyone. And we've just been devastated and traumatized since.
Sabria, it's so strange that all these circumstances exist. They don't hike. This is 90 miles away. They were excited about the flight. Um, they're not likely to have ever been in that area before. Did the police ever say to you why they had guessed that this was a murder-suicide rather than some other kind of foul play? Did they give a reason for that?
No, it was no reason. It was very limited information. They didn't give us like no reason for any of this. Nothing, like, just wasn't making any sense.
Were there any red flags, Sabria, before they went off to the airport? Like, did anything happen in the days or hours or even weeks before they left for their trip?
Well, they was over their oldest sister house on Thursday, just having a normal night, having fun, watching TV, eating popcorn, and then they left from their oldest sister house to go home, which is they live in Lawrenceville with their stepmother. So when they went home at night, the stepmother was the last to see the twins, and then next thing you know, they went in a mountain Saturday. But they supposed to call a flight Friday. They supposed to call a flight Friday to go to Boston to see their friends. So I don't understand how they went from going to catching a flight. They went home in Lawrenceville. They went from going to catch a flight to Boston to in the mountains Saturday.
I mean, it makes so little sense, especially since they were found with the tickets in their pockets. I mean, it's confounding. Please stay on this with us and call us and let us know when you hear more about this. They did say this investigation is still active and ongoing, so we will follow this story. And I really appreciate you both being on tonight. Thank you so much, Samira and Sabria.